January 20th, 1996. A small Brazilian city, population 100,000. 3 women walking home. A creature crouched in the shadows. What they saw that afternoon would shake an entire country and be buried by the people sworn to protect it. This is not science fiction. These are the documented testimonies of soldiers, doctors, civilians, and one man who touched something he never should have. A man who died for it. A quiet city in the landlocked state of Minas Gerais, southeastern Brazil. Known for coffee, cattle, and the routine rhythms of working-class life. Nobody chose it. Whatever came from the sky chose it for them. January 13th, 1996. Carlos de Souza is an ultralight pilot, a geography teacher, a man of science. He is driving a rural road when something in the sky stops him cold. A cylindrical object. Trailing smoke. Losing altitude. It banks impossibly, turns 360 degrees, and disappears toward the Earth. When Carlos approaches the crash site, the smell hits him first. Ammonia, rotten eggs. He picks up a piece of debris. It crumples in his fist, then springs back to its original shape. Seconds later, military trucks appear. A soldier puts a gun to his head. 3 words: leave or die. Carlos leaves and says nothing for 26 years. Within hours of the crash, residents began reporting something they had never seen before. Military convoys moving through Varginha's streets. Trucks, soldiers. An operation conducted with precision and silence. The Brazilian army would later call it routine movement. The timing, the night of an unidentified object falling from the sky, they would call coincidence. 3:30 in the afternoon, January 20th, 7 days after the crash. 3 women, ages 14, 16, and 22, are walking home through an empty lot on Dr. Benevenuto Braz Vieira Street. They see something crouched against a wall. Something small. Something wrong. Brown, oily skin. A massive head, misshapen, with 3 distinct bumps across the crown. No hair. It communicates nothing in words. And eyes. Eyes like 2 red balls, burning. But the women feel its suffering. They run. Rumors move fast in a city of 100,000 people. Within hours, word had spread across Varginha. Something was out there. More sightings followed. 3 animals mysteriously died. And the military, already on the streets, began to move faster. According to multiple witnesses, 2 creatures were captured that day. The first, in the morning, by the fire department. In Brazil, firefighters are called for dangerous animals. When they arrived, they reportedly didn't know what they were dealing with. They used a pole with a rope, the same tool used to wrangle loose dogs to subdue it. The second capture happened in the afternoon, near the same intersection where the women had fled. It was taken by a military police corporal named Marco Eli Cheleze. He used his bare hands. Witnesses reported that at least 1 creature was taken to Varginha's regional hospital. Doctors were allegedly brought in to examine it. What they found, or what they were ordered to say about what they found, remains classified in testimony. What is not disputed, the creature was then moved, again and again, until, according to multiple sources, it was handed to American personnel and disappeared from Brazil entirely, never to be documented, never to be returned. In the days following the capture, Marco Cheleze fell ill. What began as something unremarkable became something doctors had never seen. His body was found to be covered in a greasy, unknown substance, as if something had been transferred to him through contact. He developed an infection. It spread fast, multi-drug resistant. A pathologist who later examined his tissue samples, without knowing anything about an alien encounter, concluded that the bacterium's aggression was unlike any terrestrial pathogen he had encountered. Marco Cheleze died. He was young. He was silent to the end. His family was pressured to bury him quickly. One by one, the witnesses were visited. Louisa. 4 men in black suits appeared at her door with a briefcase of money. She refused. She threatened to call the police. They left, but not before making clear they knew where she lived.
Seu nome é Carlos. Sua esposa se chama Maria.
Carlos. 2 men arrived and recited his personal information back to him.
Sua filha Beatriz estuda na escola estadual Tiradentes.
Wife's name, job, address. The message was not ambiguous. Corporal Eric Lopez, one of the last surviving members of the capture squad, was asked about the incident decades later. He pulled a gun, said nothing, and left. The Brazilian army released its findings. The creature the women had seen was a homeless man named Mudinho, a local figure with mental illness who moved through the streets in a crouch. The military movement was routine. The death of Marco Cheleze. Every loose thread tied. Every witness discredited. And yet, 3 independent women described the same non-human features in the same specific detail. A pathologist with no knowledge of the encounter found a pathogen he could not explain. A soldier died after touching something with his bare hands, and 26 years of silence suddenly broke, all at once. January 2026, 30 years to the month. A group of Brazilians walked into Washington's Capitol Hill for a closed-door briefing with members of Congress. Among them, a neurosurgeon who described in detail looking into the large, lilac-colored eyes of a being that was not human. A being, he said, that was highly intelligent, that looked back. These are not UFO hobbyists. These are professionals with careers on the line. And for the first time, American lawmakers listened. The call grew louder. Exhume Marco Cheleze's body. Re-examine the tissue. Let science say what secrecy has refused to say for 3 decades. Thank you for watching.